In this question, we are given that for the past n days, the average daily production at a company was 50 units. So, for n days, the average is given to be 50 units per day. Now, 1 day's production of 90 units raises the average to 55 units per day. So, an increase in 90 units of 1 day production increases the average to 55 units per day. We have to find the value of n, or the number of days. Now that we have written down all the information that we can get from the question, let's move on to step 2 and understand how to proceed with the solution. So initially, when the average was 50, the sum of all production divided by n will give us the sum of all production for n days, which will be equal to 50 times n or 50n. Now, 1 day's production of 90 units raises the average to 55 units. So initially, if there were n number of days, so the new number of days will be n plus 1 number of days. So for n plus 1 days, the average becomes 55 units per day. Then we have the total of all production, which is 50n plus 90 divided by the number of days, which is n plus 1, will give us the new average, which is equal to 55. Now, we solve this equation in step 3 and find the value of n. Now, when we multiply both sides by n plus 1, we get 50n plus 90 equals 55 times n plus 1. This gives us 50n plus 90 equals 55n plus 55. This is equal to 90 minus 55 equals 55n minus 50n, which implies that we have the equation 35 equals 5n or 7 equals n. This implies that the value of n is 7 days. That means for 7 days, the average daily production at a company was of 50 units, which is the option E.